I'm a director and owner of e18 Consulting. We set up the business 7 years ago now, coming up this summer, which is absolutely flown by. I've come from a family of entrepreneurs, so for me setting up the business wasn't particularly scary, although there's obviously going from full-time employed to running your own business, there is a step change. But I was heading towards 40 and thought, if I don't do it now, I'm never going to be able to do it. So I took the plunge and absolutely never looked back. And we set up the business to help technology providers sort of access the NHS, and also we support the NHS to access technology providers. Yeah, and I think it's a really interesting one, and it's one that we talk about quite a lot. For me, and I am not a technical person at all, so I think there's a lot of preconceptions when you're talking, especially in acronyms, and we do that a lot in the UK. I'm sure you guys do it as well. But when we talk in this sort of code of technical code, it actually makes it a bit more complicated than it needs to be. And I think some of the women, certainly myself, were initially put off by, is this really technical? Is this something that I'm going to understand? And actually, what I've found, and my skill set and the role that I play, is I'm actually really process driven. I'm very outcome results driven, and that's really the core of what automation is put in to actually solve problems and deliver outcomes. So it's less about the technology for me, it's more about what it can do for the organisation to achieve those outcomes. So I think there's people that need to be able to see that and support with the process of gathering the metrics and getting the stakeholders on board. And then you definitely have your technical teams that probably don't like the bit that I like, and they want to do the development and the analyst part and the build, and again, and then you hand off to the customer success team who've got different skill sets. So it's so diverse, and like you say, young and old, men or women, it doesn't really matter. It's just, let's have a look at the skill set and see where that fits. And I would say with RPA, there is a place for everybody. It's not just one size fits all. So yeah, I would say to women that are thinking about getting involved in this space, open your mind to it, talk to other women that are working in automation and find out the different types of job roles, because this is a massive growth area. So it's a real opportunity for career progression. Yes, in IT and finance, I haven't got the actual stats, but I think in terms of the NHS, there are a lot of women, because there are a lot of women in the clinical setting. But actually, when it comes to the sort of the IT digital function and finance, it's very male dominated. A lot of fantastic female leaders. But yeah, it'd be interesting to get the stats. But certainly from my experience, it is changing. It's definitely changing, and there's a lot of great, fantastic young people with some great ideas coming through that are sure to sort of take it forward. But yeah, it's definitely male orientated from the technology side. I think again, it's just about being open to the new opportunities. I mean, some of the technology that's going to come down the line we haven't even thought about yet. So it's really starting to just think about how we can use technology as an enabler to help us get to that end goal, which is ultimately to increase productivity, drive down cost, and improve patient care. And let's have a look at fail fast. If something doesn't work, that's fine. We've tried it, let's move on. I think sometimes with the NHS it can be a little bit, a lot of red tape to try things, but actually there's some nice relationships we've got now with the Academic Health Science Network, where they're all about innovation and bringing new technology to the end users. So they've been fantastic to sort of fast track a lot of this. But yeah, just don't be worried about it. Don't spend too long thinking about it. Let's just get some of this technology in. We know it works. We know it delivers results. It's about doing the do, which is that's my sort of ethos really.